TikTok. You probably know it and love it. Chronic illness. You might have it and hate it. Now, what if we put the two things together? Oh, everyone has pots these days because of the internet? Hold on a sec. If that's true, shouldn't it be socially acceptable to chug salt in public? Yeah, I didn't think so. Chronic illnesses have been around for much longer than TikTok, that's for sure. And let me tell you, dealing with an invisible illness is no joke. It's not just a passing trend, even though more people are opening up and sharing about their experiences. Actually, I think it's pretty great to see more creators who make me feel seen, but I'm preaching to the choir. Today, let's dive into my favorites folder and watch some funny and sometimes painfully real chronic illness TikToks. These are vids that I have found to be relatable, and some that might even spark new perspectives on what it's like to live with these conditions. The creator's handle will be on screen, and I'll also link each vid down in the description if you want to check them out.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, because I thought I was like, say, what? How that?
That is seriously impressive. As someone with rheumatoid arthritis, if I drop it low, I will not be coming back up, if you know what I mean. This is clearly hilarious. But also, can we talk about how sometimes it feels like doctors expect us to be mind readers instead of just being clear with their instructions? My biggest pet peeve are those confusing symptom scales. I just did one last week for brain fog that was a nightmare. It was phrased like, on a scale of 1 to 100, answer the question. Some people experience forgetfulness. And I was immediately like, 100 to all? Because I'm sure some people do experience that. And even after I shook that off, you have to ask yourself,
am I answering the percentage of time I feel that symptom? Or the severity, frequency, or intensity? What if it's only once a month, but it knocks me flat on my butt?
just,
Morning sickness, endometriosis, menopause, migraines, PCOS. What's happening to your body? We don't know because we never really studied the female body. Female body. Say it's all in my head, but the research is quite spotty. No, we've never really studied the female body. I go to the doctor to get dismissed. Try losing weight, you're just anxious. That's fine, that's cool, I'm not pissed. Just wait 10 years for a diagnosis.
You know the worst part? If you drag yourself there looking presentable enough, the doctor might write you off with a quick, you seem fine. Last August, I spent a month in residential care for my mental health. It was a rough time, and let's just say that laundry was not the top of my priority list. I had my hair in a ponytail every single day to keep it from matting because I straight up didn't have the energy to brush it every day. But hey, I still somehow managed to spot clean food spills off my clothes, brush my teeth, and put on deodorant. Yay! Guess what my patient note said almost every single day? Well groomed. Ding. The irony, right? While I was feeling less than human because of how impossible it felt to shower, sometimes even when we're at our lowest, we still manage pockets of self-care. But those pockets don't erase the struggles. Just because we manage some semblance of basic hygiene doesn't mean we're fine. Do you know how much of an energy gap there is between brushing your teeth and working enough hours per week to support yourself? It's big.
Whoa!
A snap judgment is never gonna tell the full story.
What's happening to your body? We don't know because we never really studied the female body. Female body. Say it's all in my head, but the research is quite spotty.
I came across this video some time ago and I wanted to share it again because it's a powerful reminder of how important it is to consider intersectionality in healthcare. I saw a ton of videos with this sound and I got so swept up in the rah-rah of the message that I failed to consider what the implications might have been for us to have more research on women's bodies. Because as this video mentions, much of the research we have is based in unethical and racist practices. For white folks dealing with chronic illnesses like me, we need to keep in mind that while we may face medical sexism and ableism, we still hold a certain level of privilege. And for Black women and other marginalized communities, these challenges are compounded by facing the additional barrier of systemic racism. Better chronic illness care has to mean dismantling racism in medicine too. Yeah, my body decided it forgot the whole defending itself thing. It's all internal battles, zero chill. Thanks, autoimmune disorder. In other news, even on my best day, I am as pale as a sickly Victorian child who is about to succumb to influenza. This face is so pale that when I was a teen, they didn't make foundation white enough for me. Fenty Beauty, my beloved. Nobody knows where they might end up. Nobody knows. Look, chronic illness and disability can be scary. They can be isolating, frustrating, and downright painful, physically and emotionally. It is natural to fear the unknown. But when comments like that leave your head and come out of your mouth to say to someone currently living that reality, it's pretty cruel. I myself have gotten a comment that said, if I had that much wrong with me, I'd off myself. And you know what? Sometimes that negativity crawls its way into my head too. But when I remember that comment, I try to tell myself that that makes it all the more impressive that I have fought so hard to keep even just a flicker of hope for a life that is whole and vibrant and supportive.
Run! Don't take this medication. Run! This medication made me gain 3,042 pounds, but I'm finally happy again. It was worth it. This medication made me eat my firstborn child, but my hormonal acne has never been better. This medication made me lose every relationship I have with any one of my family members, but I'm finally starting to recognize myself in the mirror again. No side effects. No, I just take it. I don't even feel it. It's like I don't even feel like any side effects at all. This medication made my menstrual cramps so bad that I was paralyzed from the waist down for 4 days. However, I finally am less gassy than I was previous to taking this medication. This medication makes my breath smell like dead fish. Everybody runs the second I start talking now, but I'm happy again. Don't take it. Whatever you do, do not. This medication gives me the craziest late night cravings. I always look at my dog and I'm like, I just want to eat you. And last night I did. I really miss my dog, but at least I'm finally happy. This medication made me lose 300 pounds, so now I weigh -5 pounds. Nope, zero side effects. This medication's been a dream, so it's awesome. Yeah.
Not the Reddit roulette. Tag yourself. I have totally been there with Cymbalta, Wellbutrin, and venlafaxine, all champions of the unpleasant side effect subreddit Hall of Fame in my medicine cabinet. You know, I really have started to realize that those extreme stories saying, this ruined my life, or this cured me, are often outliers. While those experiences are valid, they might not represent the majority. It's just that dramatic outcomes tend to stick in our heads much more than the bland middle ground experience. And that can leave us with unrealistic expectations or extreme fear. Plus, who really feels motivated to leave a review that's like, kinda works, kinda doesn't? That's actually why I made a video on my experience with transcranial magnetic stimulation. I found some scary reviews when I was researching it for myself and wanted to make it less terrifying for others. Check it out if you're curious about my TMS highs and lows with advice for a better experience. So, OMG, that's totally a statistical anomaly, queen. Don't even worry. But also, I do know what it's like to be in the 0.002% and get diagnosed with a rare disease, so there's that. If you've ever had terrible side effects, big hugs to you, because that freaking sucks. Some folks in the comments seem to think that accessibility tools take away the skill of playing music, but accessibility isn't about giving some people a cheat code so they can win. It's about removing unnecessary barriers to playing an instrument, so people can do it regardless of physical limitations. When I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis as a teenager, the first thing I did was ask the doctor, can I still study musical theater in college? When you're diagnosed with a degenerative condition, the world gets blurry, and all you can do is think about what you might lose. Musical theater was my whole world, and the idea of not being permitted to dance, which would disqualify me from most programs, felt like losing a piece of myself. All that to say, people with disabilities shouldn't have to give up things that bring them joy just because you think it makes it too easy. Creating doesn't have to be a test of physical endurance. And dang, you try pirouetting on knees with no cartilage for a day, and then tell me what easy feels like.
Bathrooms are disgusting, so here's how I keep everything clean as a wheelchair user. Typically, most people have 2 steps, hand washing and hand drying. Mobility aid users, on the other hand, have a few extra steps given that we have to use our dirty hands to move. And as I made that conscious effort to not touch my dirty rims, I realized I meant to grab paper towels before I started washing. Either way, now it's time to clean those rims I held after touching everything in that gross public bathroom. I do enjoy all of the dirt and grime sticking to the alcohol pad and not getting rubbed into my hand. Now that this public bathroom is no longer touching my rims or my hands, I am all good to go.
She mentioned not wanting to touch her wheels right after she had washed her hands, and my first thought was, oh, why? Before I realized they pick up germs. I had never considered that before. What a hassle. And to be so honest with you, I then thought that the part she was wiping down was the wheels, and I thought, oh, how do you get out of the bathroom then? It's gonna touch the floor all the way out. But someone in the comments mentioned you don't push with the part that touches the ground. So I learned a lot today. That's something I love about the chronic illness community. I always read the comments because someone will have added a genius idea or some fresh insights or even a tool that's helped them. And it's extra nice because if the creator doesn't have the spoons to respond to every comment, sometimes another person can come in and help. I learned a lot from my comments. I don't want to butter you up, but y'all are genuinely very brilliant and also hilarious. So if you're here, you rock. This is actually my friend Alyssa, and she has been making videos about disability aids for a while now that have personally impacted me. I had been considering getting a service dog for years, but I always felt like my struggles had to be 100% debilitating instead of 46% debilitating in order for me to deserve support in that way. To be honest, my inner critic basically just tells me, you should just suck it up. That's for people with real disabilities. Harsh. I am so grateful to this creator for helping me to give myself more compassion and allow support into my life. And I want to pay it forward. I feel like some of us want to wait until the official disability police give us a certificate of struggling enough to get an aid. And I want to offer you a permission slip. If a disability aid would make things possible for you that aren't realistic right now otherwise, you deserve access to one. Aids don't exist as some kind of litmus test for, okay, you finally tried enough other things. They exist for one purpose, to aid you. If you would benefit from one, you can get access to one, and you want one, go for it.
What's wrong? And what happened after that? Hey, it's okay. Just let it all out.
I am not someone who laughs out loud because of internet jokes often, but when this popped up on my For You page, I lost it. Also, when I was looking through my saves to make this video, I saw that I had left this comment, and I did not consider the double meaning when I said this initially. Which cheeks we talking about there, sweetheart? Wow, okay, so we experienced so many different vibes in each video that I think I might have whiplash. And honestly, I might give you whiplash if I go immediately from fart jokes to wrapping up this video with a message of solidarity for those with chronic illnesses. So, I guess I'll just say I hope you enjoyed the chance to get a little glance into my FYP. Do you have a favorite chronic illness TikToker? I'd love to check them out if you comment their handle down below. I'm always looking for spoonies to follow. And if you're looking for spoonies to follow, then bam, you're in luck. Subscribe to the channel. I've got tons of chronic illness planned. Oh my god, Freudian slip? What the No, I don't. I have lots of freaking energy and joy planned. I have a lot of chronic illness content planned. Jeez. Remember, you are badass, capable, and deserving of all the good things in this world, even on the days when your body rebels. Okay? So cheers. Bye. See you later. Love you. Okay, that's it. Click off the video. Why are you still watching? What the heck?